Hello everyone. Today in our first session Economics for Economics IGCSE. Today our topic is about the nature of economic problem. First of all, we need to know some key points for this lesson so we can understand it easily when we discuss it now. First one will be the want. What do you mean by want? Or what is defined by want? Wants mean is the wishes a person wants to desire to get from goods and services. But resources here is the factors who produces these, which produces these goods and services. Now, I want to give a small example. This example is a person. A person wants a mobile phone. Okay, he wants Samsung, for example, Samsung mobile phone, any type of Samsung. Okay, so the person wants a Samsung phone. So this is called want. Okay, okay, this is called as want. But who made this phone is the Samsung Galaxy business factor. I'm sorry, business the Samsung factor. So the Samsung factor, when I talk about the Samsung now, Samsung, oh, Samsung factor, okay, what's called, okay, now we start. Factor is called as the resource. So resources. Here is the first part of the lesson. Why? Because once something the person needs, resources is the factor who produces this good and services. Okay. Then we talk about economics problem now in from the book. Minute, please. Now let's share screen. As we say, the chapter one in the economics, the nature of the economics problem. Here we discuss one example. I am sorry. One are unlimited. Okay. Here, let's read. It resources an unlimited one. Resources and unlimited. Not resources that there is only a small quantity or a quantity that only supply the that's so only what supply the people or small number of population. Okay. Secondly, first resources. What you said, resources are factor used to produce goods and services. We discussed it in the example of the Samsung. Samsung, the person who won the Samsung phone, for example, is called what? It's called want. He won the Samsung phone. Samsung phone. Okay, he won the Samsung phone, so he wishes to get a Samsung phone. But the factor who produces this good and service is called resource. It's called as resources. Okay. Economic problem is unlimited ones exceeding finite resources. So when the unlimited ones exceed exceed the infinite resources, we have unlimited ones. Maybe we want everything. People want everything, but the resources, the factor produces are very small according to the ones the people want. Okay, security situation where there is not enough to satisfy everyone's want. Here, scarcity means it is rare. It is the rare. According to the definition of rare, that it will not mean there is, for example, a rare phone. It will not supply everyone. So the people will not be satisfied, will not be happy with this small one. So a situation where there is not enough to satisfy everyone wants called 30. And let's read here and let's understand some points. And if we understand it, we can understand the terms now. This key term is important. Okay. Finite resources and unlimited ones. What stop people enjoying all the product they would like to have is a lack of resources to produce them. So as we said, so resources, what will stop people from enjoying all their wants, all their product is that the resources, there is a lack of resources there. What's mean of lack of resources? If there is small amount of factors who produce these wants. So resources, including work and machinery, are scarce. This means that they are limited in supply. When we say scarce, it means rare. So, oh, rare. So this will help you to understand this. Rare, that this will be not sufficient, I am sorry, not be sufficient for all the people. So that means the limited in supply are limited in supply that only few people can take this product. Here, let's read. The economic problem of not being able to satisfy everyone's want arises because of this security. So, security have some relationship for the economic problem. As the economic problem, this problem for resources to supply all the people is called security. Why? Because there not everybody will be satisfied by this good. There is no limit to people's wants. They are infinity. So people wants will be infinity. You know the infinity in mathematics as it is to the other numbers, to the end of the number. So we don't have a specified number in mathematics, specified number for numbers in mathematics. So we put this symbol, you know that. This like that, not the 8, but in another direction. You can rotate it. Okay. For instance, for addition, people want more and better clothing, healthcare, improved transport infrastructure. The number of workers, machines, offices, factory, raw material, and land use to produce this good and service, however, is infinity. Mean the wants the people want, they want health care, they want better clothing, they want the transport to be very good. Okay, very good. I'm sorry. So the number of workers, the machines, the offices, the factories are infinity. Mean they can finish very fast. So we don't have a huge number of workers. Means that we can say that they are infinity. Okay. Any given time, for example, they are all a limited number of workers and they can produce all specified amount. So time, for example, there is in a factory, for example, there is, let's say, 200 workers. Okay, let's say that there is 200. Okay, 200 workers. 200 workers. 200 workers. Okay, let's say they have half of them will work in day and half will work in the night. Okay, so we will say that there is 100 workers will be working, for example, until 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, there is another 100 workers until 7 o'clock a.m. Okay, okay. So that the workers in the 7 a.m., 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. would be infinity. That are less number of workers, which will only can only produce a specified amount. They cannot produce than this. Mean 100 workers. Oh, okay. We said that. After that, what we say? This mismatch between what people want and the maximum that can be produced gives rise to the economic problem. Choices have to be made about how resources are to be used. Okay, so this mismatch, this misunderstanding. Let's go back now. Second, please. Okay, first of all, we said about the Equinix problem that it has some relationship with scarcity. Mean the rare mean that the supply that we have that it is rare, that is only in small quantities. Okay, that's first of all. Oh, okay. Then we want to take this mismatch between what people want and the maximum that can be produced even gives rise to the Equinix problem. That means people people want to reduce all these things. Who mean people the they can produce, for example, 100, for example, for a week. I'm sorry for this bad handwriting. But the people once a week, for example, 200. Okay, for example, so that will cause a, so only okay, so that, yeah, 100 product for a week, that means only 100% can take this 100 product. So there is 100% and another these who didn't take this product. So here we start in the ecumenic problem. Okay, so the continuing nature of the ecumenic problem. Let's read this. Because it continues to exist. Okay, because what continues to exist. More goods and services are being produced today than, so in the past the services what was very less, but there is another problem nowadays, that the growth of people, the growth number of the population nowadays is higher than before. So the ones of the people of the population nowadays would be greater than before. Okay, people still want more product than resources. So they want more product than resources. So they want more product than resources available can produce. Our period of time wants continue to grow and change. So the continuing nature of the economic problem. In a summarized way, or to conclude this paragraph, that the scarcity, it's always existing, but before the goods and services are, when they are producing goods and services, they produce less goods and services from producing them nowadays. But because of the growth of the population, the wants of the people of the population will increase it. So this will exceed the growing economic resources. Yeah. So what? So what we say? Guys, continue to exist. We summarize it. So to conclude that the security, I'm sorry for that, security continues to exist. So more goods and services are produced nowadays from before, but the growth rate in the population is greater and exceeding the growth of economic resources. So this occurs to people want more products than the resources available can produce. So over a period of time, we will notice that wants will change and will be great and grow. Now there is a small thing that is so easy. We talk about it now, then we go with more topic we can understand, then we will finish this session. Okay, here. That is all for now here. Well, about I hope that you understand. Here, let's talk about it here. First of all, the economic problem in different contexts. So here the economic problem in different contexts. Here that they say that the person here in a summarized way, before we read this example, they say that the person can do two things in one time. Mean, for example, a teacher is teaching a teacher who is teaching you in school. He can do only teaching. He can't write and teach in the same way. Okay, not mean. I don't mean here. For example, he will not write or he will not check the exams and he is teaching the session today. And the exam, for example, you will not read, for example, economics and bio or economics and chemistry and physics. You cannot read this on the same time. You need to make as you need to read economics first, for example, then chemistry, and you complete other subjects. So everything is a limited supply. So time is what is a limited supply. Okay. There is. We say carry out other work in the evening, but when they are teaching, they are not writing or working as writers. Okay. When the teacher is teaching you, he will not work as a writer to write everything. Okay. And for example, we have another example in our life, like the farmer. He will not grow, for example, the potatoes and onions in this land. He will grow, for example, potato in this land and onion in another land because he cannot grow two things in the same land. See, they have to say one crop as land is scarce, as land is rare. The government has to decide how to spend tax revenue, how to spend the tax income, deciding to build a new hospital. That means they will not build a new school. Okay, in a summarized way, that we know here that time is a limited supply, so you need to schedule your time as you can use every second in it. Okay, as person cannot do two things in the same time. He would do a thing in firstly and then he will complete. Let's see this first point. The fact that people have to choose which product to buy, which subject to study, or what job to do, and which product produces show that there are insufficient resources. Mean when the person, you are a student, for example, the student will what? He will start choosing which subject I will start firstly, which subject I will start secondly, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and until you will finish all the subjects you have. As consumers, we cannot have everything we want. We have limited incomes. 1 minute. The income for a consumer would be very less he to get all the ones he can. So also income is a limited supply. Okay, so once we need to be with unlimited income, so you can bring your want. That's all. What you want. Here a small tip that say to you that you can uh, no, you can. I mean, take economic problem, for example, or security. Need to apply it in your life so you can be familiar and memorize it easily here in your mind. And you can establish your own economic dictionary and you can arrange it as what you want by alphabetical order, by the lessons, by what you want. What is it that you easy complicated? These questions, 1 minute. These questions, this question and these these all questions. Did you see it? These I will make I will make a small video for it and we solve it. Then we complete the second lesson chapter also. Oh. Let's start with economic good and free good. We hope that it takes from us 10 minutes as maximum because it will be so easy. First of all, to understand these, what we want to know. Economic goods. Economic goods, the product which require resources to produce it and therefore has an opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost? That a cost that you need to buy for it. Okay? One more. Free good, a product which doesn't require any resource to make it and so doesn't have any opportunity cost. Now I'll give you an example. 40 minutes, please. Here, we come here. Let's go. Or we need a whiteboard. Now, okay. You have a phone. Okay. First of all, the phone. Phone. Okay. Samsung, for example, iPhone, anything. Then, what I have? Then, air. Phone. Who create or make this phone is a person. I mean, he needs things. He needs things inside it, like motherboard, like CPU, a small CPU will to have RAM, the gigabyte, the storage, air. There's anything you make in air. Do you need to pay to get air, or you need no need to pay? Yeah, air is a free good, as you no need to pay anything. So it is a free. Oh. Here, Okay, Equinix, good. So there is a person who make this phone. There is things, the blood in this phone. So you need to pay in order to get this one. Okay. Secondly, air phone says economic good and air free good. Now we will go out from the whiteboard. Oh, I'm sorry, small mistake. Let's go back. I stopped share by mistake. Okay, over that. Let's complete now. Okay, Equinix, good and free good. The vast majority of goods and services are Equinix good. So the majority, the big base of goods and services are Equinix good. That means that it takes resources to produce them, and so they are limited in supply. Equinix goods are limited in supply. Why? First, the material and labor used to produce it could have been used to make another good or good. This is to find an example of economic good. Everything around you is an economic good. Not everything, but there's many things around you that are economic goods. For example, your phone, your notebook, your pen, your laptop, for example, these are all economic goods, as there is material and labor used to produce it. There are workers, materials inside these that's used to produce this good. Okay, so goods are two types: economic good and free good. Economic good are good that take resources to produce them, so they are limited in supply. So what they are limited in supply. For example, a carpet is an economic good. The material and labor used to produce it could have been used to make another good. We say that. It's easy to find examples of economic good. Almost every good and service you can think of is an economic good. Education is economic good. How is your education economic good? Tell me. That is easy. Who teach you? Teacher, labor. By what? By books, by writing, by markers, by boards. Everything are material. So these are it and could have been employed for making other products. As I said, now free good are rare. You will not see it very much. But the common thing people use free good mean that the product is free, no need to pay for. But in Equinix, that is no, don't refer to that. So Equinix define a free good as one that takes no resource to make it, and it's hard to think of example of free good. For example, sunshine is one such example. So is water in a river. However, let's see, understand. Water in a river, if it is all water in a river, you will not use it for drinking, for example, for irrigation to water the plants, for example. Here it is very good, but if you use it to drinking and irrigation of fields, it becomes an economic good. So free good is hard to tell about it. 1 minute. Let's see here. Air, we gave an example of air. What is air? Is a free good. Education, economic good. Newspaper will, and it is limited supply. So what it is? Economic good. Public libraries also economic good. State education is also economic good. Okay, we will answer it in the other session. Don't take any answers here. If you want, you can answer to yourself. Okay. Here's a small thing. Remember that in economics, what they determine whether a product is a free good is not whether people have to pay for it, but whether it takes resources to produce it. Okay. The thing in economics, when one tell you free good in economics means there is no resources need to make this supply this product. Okay, but if there is any small resource to produce this product, here it is economic good. But if there is nothing used to produce this product, it's called as free good. Okay, let's go down. Economic good. Economic good. A product, as I said, which requires resources, which require what? Resources to produce it, and therefore what? And therefore has an opportunity cost. It has this product. If I want to take this product, what I need to pay money. Take it. But free good is a product which doesn't require any resources to make it, so doesn't have an opportunity cost. Okay? In a summarized way, let's summarize it. First of all, one is which is for goods and services. Secondary, sources. What is the resources? Resources is the products, the factor that produce goods and services. Economic problems is the problems that what these problems? Unwanted. Very fast. Let's complete this session. So we say the economic problem is unlimited ones exceeding limited resources or infinite resources. Security is a situation where there is not enough product to satisfy everyone wants. Continuing nature of economic problem. That means that the security it will exist, but in the past they produced less resources, but now they produces more because the population growth rate increases. So the wants the people want will increases. Okay, so the growth in wants exceeded what the growth in economic resources. People still want more product than the resources available. Okay, over a period of time to grow, to continue grow and change. Economic problem in different countries. A person cannot do two things in the same time. Okay, and the time is unlimited, is limited supply. Okay, that is all here. Good and free good. Economic good means a product that is produces with the materials and you need to pay opportunity cost. A free good is a product didn't use to product didn't have any materials to produce it, and you don't have to pay any opportunity cost. And for now, I hope for now our session will be we will end the session. I hope that you understand everything in this session. And for now, goodbye. Please don't forget to subscribe and put like and put a nice comment for in my channel. Goodbye.